typical. Body of a dominance, that's so typical. Chain like a god, that's so typical. And he's still modest, so typical. Don't wanna talk about it, so cynical. So don't cut it out like a umbilical. Don't wanna risk the ouch of the ridicule. It's so typical. It's so typical and visual, I feel like the one. Yeah, I wake up every morning and thank God for my lungs. Cause I'm breathing so good, I know I don't have to run. When you're looking this good, no one can tell you to jump, to swim. Yeah, I'm trying to ride the wave, I'm trying to get me paid, I'm trying to move and shake, I'm trying to walk away. I swear my wrists are great, I'm getting used to change. Face of a mortal, that's so typical.
EA Sports in the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New York Jets and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you, the veteran Chris Boswell, getting things started. Off we go from Pittsburgh. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here. It's Breece Hall. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Veteran safety Jamal Adams there for the tackle. Second and 7. Now they'll set up to throw. That's the running back, Breece Hall. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Jets first down.
I was thinking. You can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
They give to Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
2nd and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Third and 10. He'll drop the throw. But a pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Gets sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play. And it's fourth down.
So that'll bring up fourth down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punt it away. Velus Jones back deep. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
At their own 18-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He'll get this into the hands of K.J. Hamler. And he's out of bounds. They're going to mark him at the 35. A nice throw by the rookie from Clemson. It gets his guys a first down. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the ground for the first time, here comes Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 5. They go right back to Taylor. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Tony Adams, they're on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. And he will have a Steelers first down. Rather by plenty. It was 3rd and 2, and they got 8.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now this time they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Up the middle, here's Jones. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. a Steeler first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
They'll run on first down with Taylor. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Taylor. Space to run inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown number 9 for the year.
It's not often in the NFL that we see a run play result in a touchdown of this length. A lot of things have to go right. The right look by the defense, executing by the offensive line and all of your blockers. And then sometimes it's just, I got a better guy with the ball in my hand than you do on defense. And I think all of those things here were at play and results in a big touchdown.
Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Handoff here to start the drive, but this will end up being a reverse. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game. And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
Third and 9. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Garrett Wilson there. And that's going to lead to a 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. On the return is Jones. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll toss this right side to Taylor. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
3rd down, they'll run, and here comes the reverse. And he's not going to get to the sticks. He'll wind up losing yardage as they mark him short of the 1st down, and it sets up 4th down. We are through 1. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. On 4th down, Steelers send out Corliss Waitman to punt. And back deep is Quez Watkins. And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The drive begins with a run, and it's home. Up the sideline, past midfield. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he is gone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Jets. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
The extra point by Bass is good, and the Jets will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Look around the club, what do I say? Everybody rockin' side to side to the beat. Break, snap, and night, fake, drinks,
on 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he's going to be very near that 1st down marker. He's up beyond the 30-yard line. An injured player on the field, and it's the running back, Jonathan Taylor. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. 3rd and inches. Back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This is a play call I don't quite understand, Mike. Backed up on your side of the field, just convert on 3rd down. Get a fresh set of downs, and then open up more opportunities to put the ball in the air. Now you bring up a 4th down decision deep in your own territory.
And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get it out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Slot man in motion right. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. A run here with Hall. Oh, yeah. And I'm up and down, just shy of the 40. Give them 14 on that one. And the Jets have a 1st down.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now, faking the give. Defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd down and 9. He'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Arian Smith. They get 10 yards on the hook up there. Good for a Jets 1st down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 41, here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he's in! Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. That's a 2-touchdown game for numbers 7 and 8 for the season. Now pass to tack on the extra point. His kick is good, and the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Velus Jones now on the return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Okay, ready? Let's go, 15, pioneer. 70 line, 70 ring, 70 ring.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking middle there, but it was incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one is complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Let's go.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Here's Corliss Waitman now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. Before being forced out of bounds. Now after the play, it looks like we have an injured Jet on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man, the tight end, Brevin Jordan. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up second down.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Once more on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. This is going to be from 53 yards out. Bass's kick is good. And the Jets will tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchdown. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll dump this off to Taylor, complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively, bring him down for no gain.
3 snap. The quarterback really liked this man matchup on his running back. He's thinking the speed of the back and the flat can run away from that defender. So give him a lot of credit. The speed and awareness to keep up with him and bring him down for no gain.
We have hit halftime. Going to take a quick break, come back, second half of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into. The throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Second and 10, they'll try to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go, set. Hiking 18. Take off.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Jalen Ramsey up to make the play.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. They'll stick with him again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Get it. Ready, ready.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
Really nice play call there that time. I think early on, the quarterback realized pretty quickly, Mike, this is a light box. We got to take advantage of it. They get the right run call dialed up, and they're able to move the chains.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This one complete to Jordan. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Jabril Peppers up from the safety spot to bring him down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. They put Wilson in motion. They'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and take.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get 4 here up to the 24-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 79 Broncos, 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but it does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Ready up.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. That sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Set. Viking, 18. Go street. Trap 60, trap 60. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Contact, but no flags. It's going to be 4th down. Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go now. Cowboys.
He'll swing this one out to Hall. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 41-yard line.
to the left side and taken in by Smith. And he will go all the way. Arian Smith, touchdown Jets. Here's Bass now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jets up their lead. It's now 24-7. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And he will sit on it here in the end zone for a touchback.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Go! 70 Lions.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. Down the field, he's got Washington. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
That's good. Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
On the ready. 70 Lions.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll get that one to Taylor. Complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Rig alert. Rig alert.
Back to throw. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. That's the 2nd time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
13 yards on the play. And the Steelers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Go get him. Hurt. Let's get that touch. 18 rattling.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Jets' 9-yard line.
Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. To the air one more time. They're called in at the 2. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. And he'll taken on in. Darnell Washington. Touchdown Steelers. It's his third touchdown catch this year. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a two-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the set.
Here comes Hall on this toss to the right. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Kirk is the motion man. He'll look to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
This a must stop for this defense. Facing 3rd and long. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And that's not going to be nearly enough. He'll get 4, but 4th and long coming up. On now comes the punt team for the Jets. As they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. That's fielded at about the 18.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 1.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw. His receiver on the in-cut. He's got her. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Warriors 17. 19 Lions. Go.
That's going to be incomplete. Covered very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Second and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
70 line, trap 60, trap 60.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. Throwing now from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down.
Okay, ready? Ready? 70 Timberwolves. 19 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Dragon 60. Ready?
Here's Thompson. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open.
He'll step up and run.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. And he's in. Touchdown, New York.
Touchdown, New York.
Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Extra point try by Bass. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Throw here to begin the drive. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got former 3rd overall pick, Quinn Williams, in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. midfield.
22 yards. And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
First and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Fires left sideline. That is complete. These two got it going on. 19 on that connection. And another first down.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball. And while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space. Because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. And while this one is all but over, these guys aren't going to let up one bit. They have a lot of pride in their performance, Mike. And just because they have this big lead, they're not going to give you anything easy here down the stretch.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Ready, ready! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal!
They'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And the Steelers are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3.
A pickup of 2 brings up second and goal.
Ball a little closer now. It is second and goal. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Well, the end zone, but it's batted away. Incomplete. He was open for a moment. Defense closed quickly. And now it's third and goal.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Go! 70 Lion! 18 Pioneer! 70 Ranger! 70 Ranger!
Throwing here on third and goal. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down. Back in the backfield in the area of holding. Third and goal.
70 Timberwolf! Check! Movement!
He'll drop to throw. This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. And now it's fourth down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay. The offense will stay out there, but they've got some yards to pick up. 4th down and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
That is incomplete from defense. Coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They're able to erase the memories from a week ago. Game they really did struggle in. Look like a different group here as they respond with a solid victory. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Wild little piece. Lord, how I gave my parents fist. Tried so hard to raise me right, but I was born to run the night. Daddy took me hunting when I was a kid. Wouldn't believe what the hell I did. He said, boy,